Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here for Board Game Geek TV at Gen Con 2015. I'm sitting down with Brett Sobel of Navu Games.
Hey, how's it going?
Ta-da! You brought Stockpile, which has been one I've asked for on the chat quite a bit.
Oh, awesome.
An anticipated title.
Oh, that's great.
To come to the table. So take us into it. What are we trying to accomplish?
Well, Stockpile is all about insider trading. So the goal of the game is to make the most money. And to do that, you're going to use insider information that tells you the future, or at least part of the future, about the stock market.
I like money.
Yeah, money is great, right? The goal, make the most money like in real life, yeah? So we all start the game with $20,000 and we're gonna try to turn that into the greatest profit that we can. Now, the game really gets unique in how we acquire stocks. So let me just walk through an example turn really quickly and I'll kind of get into all of that. So at the start of each turn, everyone receives insider information, which looks a little bit like this. All right, so what it contains is a company card and a forecast card, which tells you how Stanford Steel, in this case, stock value is going to go up by 4. But that won't happen until the very end of the round. So with this knowledge that we have privately, we also will have some public knowledge.
So we all know Cosmic Computers is trending to go up by 2.
That's exactly right. So with that knowledge, we are going to then be bidding and building piles of stock and other cards to eventually purchase. So I'm going to deal you 2 cards, so you can play a little bit rather than just
All right, well that means
preview.
I got to put the box down because now we're in it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, it gets really
happening.
intense. All right, so with the 3-player game, there will be 3 different sets of cards. So I deal out 2 cards to each player, okay? We will then place these cards one face up and one face down on the piles. The choice is yours which one you place face up and which one face down. But if you have certain cards, for instance, this trading fee, I may want to place that one face down. So I'm going to put that one over here because nobody else knows that that's a bad card. And I'm going to put this one right there. Okay, so you can place your 2 cards however you see
All right,
fit.
well, I feel like I want to muck your pile up there. And I'm guessing, can I start something new on these other 2 little calculators?
These are actually for the number of players.
Okay, number of
so
players.
with a
All
3-player
right, so
game, these would actually be out of use.
I will add my face-up card here. I got Stanford Steel and American Automotive.
Perfect. And let's pretend the 3rd player just go ahead. They're going to add on to this mystery and then put one over here.
Okay.
So the piles can end up very asymmetrically, so the bidding can get really intense when that happens. So now, bidding. We're going to use our meeples to bid on piles of stock and other cards. So with the knowledge that these stocks' values are going to change, and our secret knowledge, and the knowledge of what we put face down in these piles, we're going to then bid on them. So I'm going to start. I'm going to say, we'll take this pile, which, remember, I kind of put my card there. I'm going to start at $0. So you can actually get a pile for nothing if you're not outbid. Now, it's probably a good idea to outbid people who bid 0.
I think so. So I'll come in at 3.
Yep, exactly.
So modest, medium amount.
Sounds right. So if once I'm outbid, I can go ahead and take my meeple back. We go in clockwise order until everyone is on a different bidding track. So let's pretend purple goes next, and they're going to go here for 0. Now, again, that seems like a pretty low bid. So I'm going to go ahead and go 6 on this pile.
So and then we'll say purple comes in and they get that, but what seems like maybe the worst pile.
It could be, but it's actually
Who
a pretty,
knows?
they paid nothing for it, so it's cheap is good. So grab your pile and let's just kind of resolve what happens
Okay, so let's see what
quickly.
I got. I have a Cosmic Computers, a Leading Laboratories, a trading fee,
That's right.
and Epic Electric.
Perfect. So the trading fee you actually would pay right now on top of whatever you paid. So you paid $3,000 for this pile plus
I paid
$1,000.
4.
So you paid 4. You take your meeple back, and these stocks you gain.
Who's Mike's?
Mine? Did it die?
It's fine. Just talk a little bit. Oh, okay.
Did it? Nope.
Say a little something.
Hello? Are we live?
Connection just got a little.
No problem. I'll just pick right up from where we
Yep.
left
So
off.
I have
No problem.
just paid 4.
You got it. So you just paid $4,000, but you did get 3 stocks. Each stock is worth $5,000, so it looks like you're going to profit this turn.
All right.
All right. The stocks you
I like this
actually,
plan.
yeah, stocks you actually will place face down in your portfolio section of your player board. So the reason they go face down is because at the end of the game, we're gonna score majority bonuses. So if you have the most stock of any given company, you get $10,000 just for having the most shares in it.
So, but we're gonna hope you remember who has the most.
That's right, because it's not public knowledge who has the most. Not only that, but you have to hold on to it through the swings of the stock market. So
Right,
now
so
is when
there's mine.
things start to get a little crazy. So before we are going to move the stocks according to this information, we actually have a chance to sell. So knowing what you know and knowing what I know, would you sell any of the stocks that you currently own? So I would go first, and if I did this, it might change what you do. So maybe I'm gonna sell my Epic Electric share for $5,000, which is the current price. So I just sell it to the bank and I would get $5,000 in cash. Once I sold, you might start thinking,
No, I'm gonna.
She doesn't
stay
believe me.
No, I don't believe you.
it's probably a good idea. So after everybody's sold, we then reveal. So go ahead and flip over your information
All
cards.
right, bottom line bank's going
It's
down.
a good thing you didn't trust me because I had no idea what was happening. Maybe I just needed the cash. So Ford to Sanford Steel, bottom line goes down by 2. Cosmic goes up by 2. And
So that's
all
yours, mine, the public one.
Yep.
Theoretically, purple would have one we didn't bother to
and
set
we would
up.
actually flip all the other ones over. So the stock market may eventually change. Let's just pretend that this is the end result.
Okay.
All right. So everyone would move all their stocks accordingly, and the next round would pick up where it left off here.
Okay.
So we have a lot of different movement that's going on. Now, if a stock's value ever reaches this symbol, the stock splits. That means that the stock's value will go from your regular portfolio to your split stock portfolio and become worth double whatever the price is at. So it's a really great way to get a ton of majority bonuses because it counts as double for everything and make a lot of money in the process.
Fine.
However, there's a press your luck element because if you hold on too long, a stock's value can reach the trash can and go bankrupt.
All right, now there's one piece we haven't looked at yet, which is we got a couple character cards here, which I'm guessing give you sort of a temporary bonus to things.
That's right. There's a bonus that there's an ability that comes with each investor or a substantial amount of cash. So Billionaire Bill, instead of the 20,000 starting, he actually has 32 starting. Wise Warren, some of these characters you might recognize, he can look at all face-down cards in a single stockpile. Broker Bernie, he doesn't pay trading fees. He actually gains money for fees. There's a bunch of other humorous ones I'm sure people you will recognize that have been...
Discount Donald, Crazy Kramer.
Right. They add a lot of asymmetry to the game and a ton of replayability factor.
Right, because you might tweak how you're going to approach the game from play to play.
Oh, absolutely. There's tons of great
those are
emergent
fabulous.
strategies from them. And I'll tell you what, this isn't it. The game actually comes with a double-sided board.
That
What?
Seems like it, what? Seems like it begs to be flipped over.
This is the advanced side of the board.
Oh, wow,
So
yes.
you'll notice that the stock tracks in particular have changed a great deal in terms of their riskiness and reward. So Cosmic Computers as a tech stock can go boom and split really quickly or go
crash.
bust. So there's a ton of volatility in that stock. Some stocks get up to an extreme high value, whereas others don't go up very high, but they declare dividends on a regular basis.
And they're more steady but slower building.
That's right.
How long do you think a full game would take you?
It will take you 45 minutes or less for your first game.
Oh,
and you could even teach it in under an hour.
Which we've pretty much done
Exactly.
right here in this probably 10-minute interview.
Yeah,
so.
it's an ideal gateway game, especially if you like economic games or bidding games. There's a ton of interaction in this when it comes to the bidding and a lot of bluffing deduction. What does he or she know? How do I get the most money, in this game?
Well, let me grab the box again. That way, so if you are interested in it, Brett, this is Stockpile, and thank you for bringing it by to show us.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.